Hey, welcome to a Boostlet production. I'm Brian, and tonight we're going to be talking about the final revisions to my e-poem. So, I had a lot of fun making this project, and let's get started. Alright, so right here I'm using callouts, and I really liked callouts. I think they're a vast improvement over my last draft where I was using Windows Notepad. These are the callouts right here, and one of the things I liked about callouts was that you could change the size of them, and the text wouldn't get distorted at all because the text is stored in a different location than the actual callout visual properties. So, like, I can move the callout around, I can scrunch it up real small, or I can make it very large, but that text is going to stay the same. And that's nice because when you're moving around videos and repositioning and arranging and layering different things together, sometimes I found that I would just have to completely rework how the presentation of all the visual elements on the screen. So being able to have the ability to manipulate those callouts really came in handy. And right now I have some of the volume muted so that you can hear me speak, but one of the main changes I made over the last video is that, and I'll play some of the audio right now, I really tried to layer a lot more audio than I had before. So originally this song was at about 100%, but I lowered it down to something like 50% because even though I did have some other sounds playing in the video, that song was just overpowering them in terms of sheer volume and frequencies. So by lowering it down a bit in volume, if you right-click a clip and you click Edit Audio, you can change its audio properties, and a lot of those are super useful. Like you can fade things out, which I ended up doing for the song as well, or you can, you have quick options to volume it down and up, or you can even click silence if you just want to do that really quick. And so I'll play you some of this audio as what it sounds like in my poem. Alright, so yeah, right there, even though you can hear the song, you can also hear that wind sound in the background. And that wind sound is something I brought in through that happens too sometimes. Just a little, sometimes some of the clips will crash. I found that that's a good point actually. I'm glad that happens because sometimes I found that clips that I brought in were simply too large. If I had, 5 clips playing on screen at once and they were all excess of like 300 or 400 megabytes, they wouldn't produce correctly. They would crash like that, and that's something I wanted to avoid. So I started trying to work with a lot of lightweight clips, and that's another advantage that the ability to be so flexible with the callouts came in handy, is that since they weren't video files, they're very small, very lightweight, and I could have a lot of them on screen at once. So what's happening here on the right side of the screen, I'm trying to develop this warm and cold aesthetics. So on the right side there we have a fireplace, and you can hear some of those hisses, crackles, and pops. And I achieved that by raising the volume of the fireplace significantly. It's at it's at like 443%, 500%, something like that. 5 times higher than it was initially. And so that really brought out some of that tonal variance that I think added a lot of layering and depth to my poem. So you can some of these visual themes are replicated a little later. So again, on the right side of the screen, we have some more warm elements happening. Like this is a video of a guy playing with his home, what looks like his home furnace system, and comparing that to the videos on the left, which are of a snowy city and a snowy village. It creates this balance between warmth and cold, and cold is something I wanted to emphasize throughout the video, though. Every single video playing, either obliquely or explicitly, has snow in it, or winter ice, or rain, or otherwise cold weather, which is something that I felt really matched with the tone of the poem going on. Like here at the beginning, we have two different villages. One is in Japan, another one's in Slovakia. I just wanted to create a variance of different cultures there. I chose villages at this point because it matches what's happening in the poem by Robert Frost. A guy is stopping by the outer skirts of a town, and he sees a man's house, and but he's not a part of it. So right here we see villages, but they're almost empty or completely bereft of people, and so that matches what's going on with the poem there. And another thing that I did was I tried to layer some of these videos so that they would fade in and out smoothly, and see what happens at the end of the poem here. Yeah, so at the end of the poem here, this is the third stanza, I believe. We'll just bring the playhead a little bit forward. As the poem gets a little more serious in character, I start to pare down on the visual elements that I have on screen. So right now, we just have one video playing, or two if you count the background, but just one central main video, and it's a relatively steady cam shot. It's just serves as an anchor, and then we have just another one video playing, and something I used right there was the pan and zoom and pan option of Camtasia, and I worked with it. I started working with it for this project, and I really liked it. It was a nice way to focus in on elements happening on screen. So right here, as the size of the canvas is becoming too large to work with just having these one videos, I can use the zoom and pan option to bring those elements into focus without losing any of the clarity that would come if they were not zoomed in. And something that I did at the end as well, another addition that I made from this draft to the last, is I edited the audio of, I'll show you here, I'll unmute these tracks, edited the audio of the music file to fade out over time to make it less jarring when the poem ends. And Camtasia just has a nice, if you just go to audio and click the audio button, you have these options like volume up, volume down, fade in, fade out. And so I could use the fade out option. It's just a simple fix to create some more layering to the audio going on there. And yeah, that brings us through my ePoem revisions. Alright, thank you for watching, and have a great day.